What's up, everybody? This is Dan from the Fundamentals with another unboxing video. This time I'm doing a spooky game. It is upside down. It is Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein. Heir of Frankenstein. Not the heir of Frankenstein, which I assume is much similar to the heir we normally bring, but the heir, the successor to Frankenstein, in which you, as I assume this frightened person, or any sort of person, collects dead bodies to create your own living abomination and god, and also are stalked by a creepy man, as is the normal case of things like this. The box itself is big. You can see all the gothic strategy game of monster building. Paris, 1819, in secret workshops scattered around the city. Stacks of bloodless extremities and human organs fuel a nightmarish contest. A creature that should not exist drives a group of amoral scientists to build an unspeakable companion. And elsewhere, a grizzled old sea captain clutches the grip of his pistol. He has come to honor his promise made to a dying Victor Frankenstein, and he prays for courage. So it is not only in the sense that it is you are the heir of Frankenstein, but the captain from Mary Shelley's book is out for revenge, and the monster, which is this handsome gentleman who has decayed a bit, has employed you to make himself a wife or man. I don't know. It is 14 plus, 2 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes. Fantasy Flight Supply. Yes, this is from Fantasy Flight and Plaid Hat games, and Asmodee, who were nice enough to let us look at this game. But let us gaze into the depths of Frankenstein. So, this is the rulebook. It's a standard rulebook. It's flippity-floppity. 20 years have passed since the scientist Victor Frankenstein met his end in the pursuit of the creature he had made himself. An abomination crafted from the desecrated parts of a multitude of corpses, both human and animal. 20 years since Captain Robert Walton broke his vow to hunt down the creature and remove its foulness from the world. The year is 1919, and a sinister darkness has descended upon the city of Paris. Mysterious benefactor, one with off-putting coloration and an array of ghastly scars, has created a competition to determine which studious soul can unlock the secrets of Frankenstein's research. The prize? Unlocking the secret of mortality. For the secret patron, the prize is of more personal nature. It wants what its own creator dared not provide, a companion as reviled and abominable as itself, to whoever end its miserable solitude. I will say, as a fan of the original story, this is a bit unfair to the monster. He is creepy, and he is a bit of a monster, but he is not necessarily as much of a bad guy as that seemed to imply. But it is related to the book and not to the movie, and I fucking love that. And it has quotes from the book. The objective is to gather the body parts you need and hire assistants, get research, and infuse a new form of life with the spark of being. And do well, and the creature may reward you during one of his surprise visits. Do poorly, and you may come to regret not putting forth more effort. Once you make life, or the captain has come to stop you, then whoever has the most points wins and fulfills Frankenstein's dark legacy. And it's a very nice thing. It has a quick reference, all the normal stuff you'd expect, yada yada yada. And then we have A feelie. See, this is rare in board games. You rarely get feelies in board games. To Mrs. Saville, London, Paris, November 15th, 1819. My dear sister, forgive me. I have too long neglected my brotherly duty in allaying your concern for my welfare, although I dare say this letter may serve the opposite purpose. I had to quit London in great haste and felt poorly disposed in my effort to tell you of my plans. Essentially, this is just the story for why Walton, the captain to whom Victor tells his story in Mary Shelley's book, has decided to return to Paris and stop the creature once and for all. Each player gets one of these player boards that has your practice, giving blood, repairing, changing your jars, places to put body parts, things like that. This is where you build your creature, and these are dials that, when you construct it, they turn, and you track your humanity, because obviously the more you screw around with the laws of nature, the more inhuman you might become, your reputation as a scientist, and your expertise, again, as a scientist. The better you are at it, the easier it is to make bodies. Yada, yada, yada. I'm alone and miserable. Only someone as ugly as I am could love me. Do they all say that? Oh no, they all have quotes. It is true, we shall be monsters cut off from the world, but that account we shall be more attached to one another. I was benevolent and good. Misery made me a fiend. Make me happy, and I shall again be virtuous. A fallen angel becomes a malignant devil, yet even that enemy of God and man had friends and associates in his desolation. I am alone. Fun. Real upbeat game. Here we have our body parts. That's the money. So you can make so luckily monsters are, you can have any gender of monster, of course, depending on the cadavers you steal from, but skin side up is when you are able to resurrect them. Otherwise they're terrifyingly muscle side up. We also have creature markers here. See Mr. Monster's creepy face. You've got arms. You can see they've got muscles on one side, skin on the other. You got torsos. You got legs. Yeah, all the body parts you need. It's all you ever need. Yeah, see, there's all the muscles. Some of them. What's fun is they all got sort of similar decay on the muscle side. And then these are things like there's these alternate sort of side quests you can do that when you get them, different things happen and they change per game. Kind of helps the replayability, adds some variety to the game. We've got so there's a story track you see, which is when Walton is tracking along tracking you with his tenacious trackingness, and event cards that happen at lightning storms and executions and things that can affect you. There's briberies and bumping that you can do. These are the dials, the turns you use for the dial. These are ice blocks because you've got to keep. These are ice blocks. You've got to keep your body parts nice and chilled. And here is a horrifying, just woof. That is not a good. You got to brush your teeth. Person. And then we have the many bits and bobbins. We've got francs, 1s and 5s. We got badges. We got electricity. We got shock tokens. We got life tokens. If your bit of body is alive, you put that on it. And then the board. Ooh. So the board, of course, depicts France. It's gonna be hard to capture because of limited space, but you can see there's the docks and St. Roch and the hospital and cemetery where you do a lot of work. Public Square. This is essentially it's a worker placement game where you have scientists and Igors and things who are traveling around gathering all the resources you need to make a man. And Then we have the dice. See, these are very lovely little dice you have. They're packaged. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. There we go. Check dice. You roll these when you're trying to basically just decide if your creature will live or not, or what happens to it. Very nice. They're a little light, but mass production dice. What are you going to do? They are individually, they are embossed, not stickers. So very, very nice, lovely dice. This is not a cheap game, but it is definitely a game that shows the money. We have these cards. Which are used for various things. So these are characters and things that fence in different areas. But more important, but another thing, more important cards in some sense are these, which are cadaver cards, which you dig up and you use to get body parts or to experiment on to increase your knowledge. And obviously the level of decay will change how useful they are for your different that's her from the box. Oh no, he's been shot. Different people. Ooh, these are gross. This is not she does not have a lower mouth. This is not a game for people who are squeamish. I'm not saying that I'm squeamish. Oh god. But oof. Ooh, oh god. Oh, these are from executions. Okay. It is 1819. They still use the guillotine, so that makes sense. So he's got a tie. Nice. Leopold the Vast. And these are things you can do, like aid Captain Walton. Like, these are humanity events you can do. But they're just, again, those are, after that, are just cards that help you do different things. And then we've got all of the little, these are things you place down to represent each player. And then we've got dial turns. We've got more dial turns. We've got more character cards, and more events. Cattle Plague event, rounds 1 through 5. A fatal disease spreads like wildfire across the livestock of France, bringing the cattle industry to a halt. Dog catchers charge an extra franc. Slaughterhouses off limits. And then we have our character reference cards, where you earn brain, expertise, and victory points for each monster part started. Shows you how much expertise it needs to get a body part started, how much materials you need, which are these, and then what they're worth for victory points. And then there's also on the back, completing a monster part, where it costs more expertise to complete it, etc., etc. Then we have the material color key, brown being muscle, organs being purple, blood being red, bone is white, animal, which you get from dog catchers and things, are used for any material except for blood at a certain point, because it's got to be pretty fresh. And then you have the different attributes on the dial, or the gray die, the blue die, all that stuff. And on the back, we have the round order. So, it's a lot, but there's 2 reference cards. And then finally, the meeples, which are bags on bags on bags. Our little assistant meeples. We've got our scientists, and then we've got this big thick boy, which is the creature himself, which is used to represent the first player marker. So, that is Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein, or Frankenstein, if you're not stupid and don't have Mel Brooks' brain. It is from Plaid Hat Games, which recently just went indie, so I'm not sure what the state of this is. It wasn't explicitly on the list of things that Asmodee and Fantasy Flight and Z-Man are keeping, so this might keep going under Plaid Hat. I'm not sure, but it's very, very cool, aesthetically at least. I'm going to try to play it yet, but I will very soon. Once I do, I'll get a full review up on the fundamentals, but until then, happy gaming.